Let's talk about GSD. Hey, Bedros Keuilian here, and I'm a fitness marketing expert, but today we're not going to talk about your personal training business or fitness marketing or selling or any of that stuff. We're going to talk about the thing that matters most, which is getting shit done, GSD. Now, I've got a couple of mastermind groups, the 7-Figure Formula Mastermind Group and the 100K Info Mastermind Group. And in both of those groups, somehow, some way, we developed this saying called GSD, right? So I might text one of our mastermind members and say, hey man, how's it going? What are you up to? And I'll get a text back, GSD, getting shit done. And at the end of the day, the only thing you get paid for is done. Think about that. So if you get visited by the idea fairy a lot, or you have the shiny object syndrome often, or you keep getting new ideas and you're chasing this squirrel down different rabbit holes, you're probably wondering why you're not getting shit done, right? The reason you're not getting shit done is you haven't turned pro and committed to an idea. Now that comes from a lot of different places. You might be like, well, it's not a great idea, that's why, or I don't know how. I call bullshit on that. The fact of the matter is, if you were truly passionate about what that thing is, right, you would get it done. Now your argument might be, now hold on there, Bedros. I'm very passionate about helping people, and this idea that I have has helped me, and so I want to go out there and reach more people and change more lives. All right, great. So then why aren't you getting it done? The fact of the matter is, there's something stopping you right up here, right? So since we've now established that you only get paid for done, and you only change people's lives when you get shit done, how do you get shit done, right? You've got to start changing the patterns, the thought patterns in your head. First and foremost, what is your relationship with money? Have you ever thought about that? Now, I came from a communist country. I was 6 years old when we came to America. I remember my mom washing my hair with gasoline in our front yard of this apartment complex that we were living in within a year of coming to America, because I guess I got lice. We weren't living in clean apartments. We were broke, we were poor, we were destitute, but we were happy and thankful that we were in the United States. And I somehow probably got near a kid, an animal, or whoever who had lice, and I got lice. We didn't even have enough money to buy the proper lice treatment, and so my mom was washing my hair with gasoline that my dad siphoned out of the old Ford LTD, right? Now imagine the conversations that were happening around my parents', I was gonna say house, but we didn't have a house, so the shithole apartment that we lived in, about money and about abundance. While we were in the United States and my dad knew that there was opportunity here, the first 3 years, we struggled. I mean, I was a kid that my dad would push into the dumpsters behind the grocery stores so that I can find food that was edible, that had expired, so the stores had to throw it away, but weren't necessarily bad. Or sometimes I do remember if it was bread or cheese that had a little mold on it, no worries, my mom had the solution. She would just pick the mold off and then we'd eat the bread and the cheese. That may sound foreign to you, but that's what we did to live. So you can imagine the dialogue around the house when it came to abundance, success, and money was that there isn't any. There was never any money. So I grew up with the thought pattern and the association that there's never enough money. That's weird because today, I have plenty of money, I have an abundant lifestyle, I'm grateful and I'm thankful, but before I could have ever gotten here, I had to change my association and my relationship with money. It took a lot of time to do that, but I want to challenge you. What are the thought patterns that have been put in your head by your parents, your teachers, your mentors as you grew up, right? The circumstances that you were exposed to. I don't know, you know that, but those thought patterns had an effect on how you feel about money and wealth and abundance. And so odds are, if you're not getting shit done, you're probably sabotaging yourself because of how you feel about wealth. Fact of the matter is, as my friend Craig Ballantyne always says, there are people crying themselves to sleep each and every night because you're selfish enough to not create the product that you need to create to put on the market and sell it so that person can buy it and benefit from it, right? There's someone crying themselves to sleep at night because they're too fat and they can't find your solution because you've got these issues and you can't get shit done. So let's think about the other thing. What else causes this lack of getting shit done? Well, as it turns out, it's never knowledge. It's never information. And again, it goes back to your head. So there's only 2 reasons why Dan Sullivan says that people fail. And he says it's the people that you surround yourself with and the thoughts that occupy your mind. Now, we talked about money, so let's talk about the other thoughts that occupy your mind. See, all of us have this loop, right? Imagine a single right? Like a music single. And back in the day when there was tape decks and you would just flip that single over and over again, today you've got your iPhone or iPod and you might find your favorite song and playing it over and over again on a loop, right? We all have a certain loop that runs through our head. That loop is called self-talk. And that self-talk can be negative, positive, it could be benign, right? Now for me, sadly, it was very negative self-talk. And this thing was happening all day long as I would go to work, go to school, do whatever. Negative self-talk was always there. And it's not like this voice that you could always hear, but it's about how you felt about yourself. What you don't realize is that negative self-talk is affecting your subconscious mind. You're like, so what the hell does that mean? Well, your subconscious mind, genius, if you don't know this, actually affects what you do in the outside world, right? Think about that. So if you're sleeping, and every night I can sneak into your room, and I come by your ear, I'm like, hey, there's a recession, the economy's bad, death, destruction, etc., negativity, right? Just in your ear, just enough for your subconscious mind to hear it, even though you never wake up. After a few weeks of that, we can document that the actions that you would take while you're awake would justify how your subconscious mind has interpreted everything I've been whispering in your ear. That's like truly proven by science. So think about that. When you're listening to talk radio or the news or you're reading gossip magazines or whatever, and all this negativity is impacting you, what is the loop that's playing in your head? The positive self-talk, negative self-talk, benign? I don't know. But the thoughts that occupy your mind lead you to failure or success. And the other thing Dan Sullivan says is the people you surround yourself with. Think about it. Think about your income and think about the 5 people that you hang out with the most. Your income is probably at a par with the people that you hang out with the most. So if you're hanging out with deadbeats, people that are broke, people that are broke-minded, right? People that are jealous, people that are scarcity-minded, people who live in a state of hatred, how are you operating, right? Versus if you're hanging out with people who are abundant-minded, success-minded, willing to help, they're go-givers, right? They're value adders to society, right? People who hustle, people who create products and sell them because they know their products are going to help people and change lives. Your income will then go where their income is, right? So the people that you hang out with and the thoughts that occupy your mind are the number 1 and 2 reason for failure or success. And so at the end of the day, when you know that you've got to get shit done and you're looking for the best time management solution, you're looking for the best information on how to create an info product, or you might be looking for the best how to start a fitness business, right? Fact of the matter is the information's out there, it's available. You can come to my events, you can buy my programs, you can get my information for free off my blog, right? But if you don't take action on it and get shit done, odds are there's something going on in here. And it's either the thoughts that occupy your mind, the people that you surround yourself, or your association with money and wealth, right? You may be sabotaging yourself and you don't even know it. Now, I know for me, once I fixed that stuff in my headspace, life worked out really well and I get to live my passion and my purpose each and every day. And I want you to live your passion and your purpose each and every day. And so I hope this really helped you out. And of course, if you have any questions, you can always visit me on my blog by clicking the link below and I'll talk to you another time. See ya.